Hey friends, it's Andrea from Reselling to Freedom. Welcome back to the eBay room. It is Sunday night, about 6 o'clock. Jason physically just rolled down the driveway. He'll be out of town for about 2 days. Mondays are my busiest day at the warehouse. I'll be there all day. Tuesday's the second close, but I decided while he's gone, I'm going to overhaul the eBay room. So I've already taken out those totes. I have 4 of them in the living room already. I'm going to go buy all of my custom SKUs by the totes. Like this one is 3E. This one is 1B. And I'm going to sort everything in eBay by that custom SKU and make sure what is supposed to be in that tote is in that tote. Of the 4 that I've gone through already, one of them was perfect. So for right now, all I'm doing is taking out that location. My goal is to not have any of the just cardboard boxes. They're too hard to move. Once I go through all of them, I'll scroll through 904 listings because that's what I have up right now, and I'll look for ones that don't have a location and I will sort through those. So I'll have totes, the bins behind me, I put like Christmas ornaments, I have a few coffee mugs, and then the closet over there is higher end dresses. I don't want to have wrinkles and fold them. I just leave them all hanging up. So I'm going to take out a few more totes. I already have the kitchen counters, chairs turned sideways so I can put 2 more totes on them. My system for lettering and numbering these, there isn't really one. As long as I don't have any doubles, A1, B2, C2, as long as nothing is doubled, I don't really care. And I don't keep them in number order because if I sell something that's in 3E, I'm not going to put it back on the bottom. I'm just going to grab that one, pull it out, and put that tote right back in top. Down the road, I'd like to have one of those like rolling shelves with the big black totes without lids. And I can just pull that out, plug it in, put it right back in. Except I don't have the space in here for that yet. And we move like every 2 years. We've already been here for 1 year, so there's potential move in the future. So I'm gonna take out 3 more totes, feed the doggos. I just took them out to play, so they should leave me alone. I'm gonna have my laptop next to me, and I am a sucker for Grey's Anatomy. I'm committed. I've watched it since the very beginning. I have to see it through. I'll watch the last episode, grab me a cocktail, coffee, then maybe some hot chocolate, and we're gonna sit on the counter and see how much stuff I can go through. Usually when he's out of town, I have a really bad habit of staying up much later than I normally do, and I will probably be doing that because I'll be busy moving stuff around and I want to get as much cleared as I possibly can. All my other like Sunday stuff's already done. Invoices are printed, they're already in my binder. I didn't really have to meal prep anything, so we are going to sort through everything for hours now. Okay, we're at about the 2.5 hour mark, and I have, I think 12, 3, 6, 9, 10, 14 totes behind me. That does not sound right.
Are you sure about that?
3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 totes behind me. That's not all of them. You know how when you're tackling a big project and things explode and then it looks worse before it gets better? I think I'm at the it looks worse point. It is 8:27. I think it's time for some ice cream. We're 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy in, all caught up there. I have a podcast ready to turn on now. I'm not stopping. There's more totes to go through. We gotta keep rolling. Okay, friends, I've made it through all of my totes except 4.5. I made it to about 11:30 midnight last night, but it is 8:10 Monday morning, which means I'm leaving in 10 minutes to go to the warehouse. I will be back working at this again tonight after I play with these dogs to make them tired, but to the warehouse. And I will be coming back because I just opened a tote. I'm like, I've got a few minutes. I'm gonna open another one and line it all up. I'm like, I should probably not do that. That's how I roll. I will be back. Okay, behind me, 24 totes that I've gone through. It is 10:46 and I have been sitting here on and off for probably 5 hours. All of these have been sorted. I think I bit off more than I could chew to have completed in quality control in 2 days because I have to go back to the warehouse tomorrow and Jason comes home tomorrow night, so I have to make sure that he can actually like walk in the front door. But my goal was to get rid of random boxes because they're so much harder to work with. So here's one. She's done. I think my next plan is take out all of the random stuff in there. Take out all of the stuff that's left in there, vacuum, and then put these back. Out of 904 things, I do have a small stack of maybe 10 items that were either in the wrong location that I then switched, or were in a tote but weren't actually listed anywhere on my eBay store. But it's not that many, but I'm glad I went through it. I have new labels on all of them. And because I'm weird, I needed to sort them. So they're technically in order by letter behind me, just so I made sure that I wasn't duplicating the same SKU, if you will, because I had that. I had 2 3Es, so I had to go through those. But this makes me feel so much better. So I think I'm gonna clear that stuff out, vacuum, and then toss these back in. I still need to go through the closet and things that I have on the cubes on the wall. That may or may not be tonight, but I mean, this is a success. All this stuff behind me sorted, I feel a million times better. So gotta keep going. I'm in the eBay room, which behind me under this window is normally where all the totes are stacked. So I'm gonna move all those in here tonight because it's Tuesday morning and I have to go back to the warehouse. And then I will sort through the rest of this stuff. All of the items that are not in eBay right now, I'm just gonna stack in the corner. But in totes and all of the bins behind me, I'll still go through everything that's listed and I'll put like in the custom SKU my initials if it's mine, and then I'll put like cubes or something like that because I can see most of that stuff and a lot of it is fragile. I don't want it to get smashed. Christmas ornaments in little boxes. Dog for sale if anybody's interested. Snow globes. I don't want to put those inside of a tote. Snow globes are heavy and I don't want to drop it and have it cracked and then everything gets wet in there. So that will not be hard. The stuff that's in the closet, since I sent so much to the RealReal, there's not that much in there, and maybe down the road, once I clear everything else out, my dear pal, Millie, my mannequin over there in the corner, I don't think I've used her once since we moved here, and that's been over a year now. And for some dresses, it's better to have on a mannequin. It's better representation than how the dress actually fits than laying it on a flat surface. But that's it for now. Solid 10 plus hours to go through all 903 plus or minus a few. I think once everything is sorted and situated and has its home again, I'm going to have an empty tote where I like to batch pictures, which some people don't. But if I'm sitting somewhere and I'm not doing anything or waiting at a dentist appointment, I can scroll through my phone and just list something. But my problem is once I do that, I don't put it in a tote right away. So I think I'm gonna leave an empty one just for that stuff. So once I've batched it, listed, and I'm just tossing it in there, so I know to go back and then put it in an actual tote with a label on it. So that should help. But I'm glad I did go through everything. I pulled out, I don't know, a half a dozen of things that weren't in the right spot, weren't listed. Not terrible, but for me to like look at all those with the labels, it makes me feel so much better. I do need to move them before anybody else comes home today because nobody but me can walk in the front door. So when Jason comes home, it's supposed to be later, like you gotta shimmy past the totes just to get at the door. Let me show you. So here are all the totes from the last 2 days that I need to move back down to the eBay room. And there's probably about a foot where you can wiggle to get to the front door because I had to take stuff to the garbage. But all of these are gonna go back in. And I know Jason's not gonna wanna come home to a full hall. He knows we're here. A full hallway full of totes. Because even when I walk in the door last night, I'm like, oh God, I gotta move those. So thanks for coming along with me. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you next time.